Hello and welcome to this new video where I'm going to show you the basics of Google+. So first, what is Google+? Google+ is a social network that can be used for your company, inside a team, inside your own company, and that way you can have discussions, different questions that can be asked by all the employees and can be answered by all the employees also. But also if you want to make an advertisement for a new event in your company, you can post it there, and that way people can have a view on it and click on the link, share it with other people. So it's basically social network, but that can be used for companies. So how are we going to find Google+? Well, if I'm on a new tab, I can directly go here to the different Google apps and then click on Google+. Of course, you can just type also in your browser plus.google.com and you will land on the same page. So here on the landing page home, you will have collection of the discussions in the different group you're part of. Since there are a lot of discussion in the community, Google Plus Help is the first and only thing that I see here. But if I had other communities that were really active, I would see a mix of them all. To find back the different communities, you have to click here in communities. And here you can see that I'm part of two, one that I created and the Google Plus one. Before looking into how to create a new community, I'm going to show you how it looks like when it's live. So let's open this one, the Google Plus Help community. As you can see, here it's a public one, so anybody can enter. For me, I just had to click on ask to join, and yourself, you can also find back this Google Plus Help community because it's open to everyone. So anybody can just ask a question, and anybody from the group can help giving them their answers also. But what is interesting is that for the moment, all those questions seems a bit messy, but they created filters which are based on different categories that we're going to discuss later. But here, as you can see, there are questions only related to the desktop application, to the mobile application, general help, and different things like this. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is to show you how to create a community and how to add those filters so that it's really organized the way people ask questions. So if we go back to Google Plus here, I'm in the community tab, and then I can click on new community. I'm going to give it the name Google, and let's say that it's project A. Now I can restrict this to only people within my domain, which I want to do. I don't want anybody to find this community, but only people from my company. And then I say that people need to ask join. Now it will create this totally new community from scratch. And there you have the landing page of the community with also the link if you want to share it. So first, before inviting people, we're going to take a look how to edit it a bit, because now people, it's completely basic. So what you can do is click on the three dots here, more options, and then edit community. You can add a nice picture to this group. You can change the title if you want. Again, ask to join. The whole post for review is just if you want to review all posts before they can be available for everyone to comment on them. You can add a description. And then interesting is here how to create different categories we were talking about. So let's say that we're in this project A developing a new application for Inside People. So I'm going to create a general questions here category, another one that's going to be for front end questions, then back end, and then another one that may be middleware. related question. Of course, you can add any category you want. That way, all the questions will be organized. So even later on, you can again recreate new categories and so on. And here, since I don't know if people know how to use Google Plus, I'm just going to copy the link and put it here. Help on Google Plus, and then paste the link here. There you go. Now I can click on done. And now, as you can see, you've got here in About Community the help on Google Plus. And on the filter, you've got all posts or only general questions, front end, back end, and middleware. So now that people received this community, they can start, or you can start adding a new post. So let's add a new post. Hey guys, how is the work going on? Very stupid question. And here I can add a picture, I can add a link, I can add poll if you want to ask this question for different people and they can only answer in a way that you set up. You can add a Google Drive file and add a location if it's for an event. What I can also do is I can here by clicking options disable comments, because if it's just a general info like an event and you don't want people to react on it, you can disable reshares and so on. Okay, but I'm just going to leave it like this and then post. Once I click post, they ask me, okay, which category do you want to pick? So I'm going to pick, it's the general questions. That way, now we have one question in general question and still nothing on front end, back end, and so on. Okay, and there, anybody from my general question can react to the post that I just had. There you go. So I can add a comment. I can do +1. +1 is actually a bit like giving a like, but it's putting it up in the field of all the discussions. So if you like something and you want it to be on the top of the page, you can click +1, and there you can also share it with different people. Okay, as you can see, it's in general question, but it can be moved to any other categories. Okay. So there you go. That's how to create the first questions, how it will work. But now there's still nobody in our community. So we're going to invite them by just clicking here on the Add People to Google Group. Can make that it goes with a Google group so that if people are part of a group that you created, they can directly have access to the community. But what I prefer to do is to invite people with a link. Then you have to allow invite with the link, and there you've got the link. Once you copy it, you can send it to anybody, and then they will ask to join, and then you can manage who are going to be part of your community. A last point that I want to touch with you is how to manage the community. So this is only for you because you're the only manager of this group. If you manage here, you can see insights on the memberships, how many people joined the last days, on the engagements, what was the activity according to the posts, what were the likes, and so on. So you can see all analytics insights about your community. You can see here what are the requests to accept them or not. You can decide what is likely to be spam. And here are all the posts. If you decided to turn on the whole post for review, here will be all the posts that are waiting for your approval before being put here in the general community for people. Okay, so there you go. Those were the basics about how to create a new Google Plus communities and interact with different people. If you have any other questions or need our support, don't hesitate to get in touch. In the meantime, I wish you a very nice day. Thank you.